I've got friends in low places, so you better set those watches back as we're living on Tulsa time for the next 3 hours or so with the white man Freddie calling the shots on WWE Monday Night Raw. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool and Luke 96. Thanks for tuning in and watching my WWE Monday Night Raw after Royal Rumble. Live watch long reactions live right here on YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Link subscription below the thumbs up button. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag WWE Raw. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always great appreciated, as well as officially now we're on the road to WrestleMania following the Royal Rumble this past Saturday, as Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley won their respective men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. Bray Wyatt defeated LA Knight in the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, which was basically a lights out match that had a lot of fluorescent and glow in the dark lighting. Before Uncle Howdy made a splash. Bianca Belair also retained her Raw Women's Championship as well. We'll see who Rhea wants to challenge along with Cody Rhodes in their main event championship match at the shows WrestleMania 39, April the 1st and 2nd. As mentioned, we're on the road to WrestleMania now following the Royal Rumble. However, in the main event of the show, we have the undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship on the line. It was Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, and the big dog, head of the table, one retained before he was turned on by the honoraries in Sami Zayn, and then they beat him up to end the show. So we'll see where they go from here, as they'll have 3 weeks to build towards WWE Elimination Chamber, which will be the final pay-per-view premium live event, if you will, before Mania, unless they add something, in March, which I highly doubt. But about to go live on the USA Network, as we're live right here on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. We'll see what's kicking off the show. We'll see what's going to be at 9, 10, and then, of course, in the main event, as, of course, last week on Raw. Be sure to check out Raw XXX, Raw 30 videos live right here on the YouTube channel, as I was in attendance for that. As they went with the go-home for Royal Rumble in the meantime as well, but we saw the Immortal Hulk Hogan kick off the show, the American Badass Undertaker return, DX telling everyone to suck it, and then the Beast Brock Lesnar returning. But within the past week, that's a basic recap of what's happened. But now, as mentioned, we're on the road to WrestleMania, so we'll see where they go from here. And once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. So then now, forever together, WWE, and away we go. WWE Monday Night Raw. They're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As we didn't smell anything Saturday at the Royal Rumble. Didn't hear any oh hell yeahs either, but then now forever together WWE. And we start off with Cody Rhodes sitting in the ring. This is a video package. Of course, he returned at the Rumble at number 30, even though it wasn't a surprise. He had previously already announced it. He was injured last summer at Hell in a Cell with a torn pec. Has been recovering past 8 to 10 months since, and now 2 days ago at the Royal Rumble. Wrestling has more than one royal family, and the American Nightmare, as mentioned then, yeah, no doubt about it, would have been a big surprise to some people if they wouldn't have, previously already, announced it, but then they did, and then he still came out at 30 rather than, starting or anywhere in between. He won. He's going to get a main event championship match at Mania. Sticky situation though. A bit of a dilemma. Roman Reigns is your undisputed champ. So do you strip him of the WWE Championship? Do you have Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn in Elimination Chamber? Do you have that night one of Mania? Do you have Roman and Cody then night 2? Do you bring back an old title? Do you insert a new one? They're going to have an Elimination Chamber match. Still don't know what the hell that's going to be for. It might be for a number 1 contendership, I think. Or if it's not, it's probably going to be for one of the mid-card titles. But probably have some contender matches for that tonight. But there's the WrestleMania sign. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. And Monday Night Raw, there's a few banana heads in the crowd. But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania. And the men's Royal Rumble winner and Cody Rhodes going to kick off Monday Night Raw. So wrestling has more than one royal family. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who this time last year was still in AEW, returned to the WWE at WrestleMania. And he's back. He won the Royal Rumble. To some surprise, because going into the show, okay, could go this way, could go that way, and then this is the road to WrestleMania, if you will, RHODE with the S rather than the normal road, but that they're going to take. But he's one of the top baby faces, one of the top guys in the company for sure. He made a name for himself when he left. I mean, hell, he was a Soviet pyro. It's been a while since he's been on Raw. It's the night after Hell in a Cell, so early June. They continued to sell the injury. Rollins beat him up again. Remember, because Mania was when he returned. They had a trilogy. From WrestleMania to Backlash to Hell in a Cell, torn pec, injury, and then comes back, wins the Rumble, and here he is. But he'll probably, as he's in a suit and tie, he's going to cut a promo. He'll probably try to get to the point, okay, this is what I want to say, but then somebody's probably coming out. Who's coming out, though? Who knows? But grandson of a plumber, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Spawn. So he grabs a mic, and yeah, good to see Cody back. Hashtag WWE Raw and share on social media. They'll dim the lights, just be him in the ring. Cody chant from the crowd. There's that smile. Former one-time Penn State wrestling commit before he got into the pro wrestling business. Cody chant. Are they selling Cody robes now? He even mentioned in the press conference, just wait for the merch that's about to come out. You think it's bad now, just wait. But the 2023 Royal Rumble winner in Cody Rhodes, so you deserve it, chant. Which he does. Do you pull the trigger on it now? Do you wait? You know, he won the Rumble. He's probably going to win championship gold at WrestleMania. It's just, a question of what title. So he embraces the crowd. So what do you guys want to talk about? Someone new watching the show? Yeah, he's Cody Rhodes. He's not the same person he once was. Now, he has changed. He's come a long way. You got to give it to him. Because like I said, when he left, he made a name for himself on the Indies. And then was one of the key members in creating AEW. Tomorrow's Superstars Today. He's going to be WWE champ. I had said, this past weekend, that if they'd bring back an old title, yeah, the world title would be a good choice, big gold. But I think, as he even teased the winged eagle on social media, the title his dad had when he cut that promo when he returned last year, that Dusty had never won, but he held it at MSG, the old school WWF championship. Do something similar to that. That's the one I think, we could get with Cody if they'd bring back an older championship. But they'll probably just flat out have him beat Reigns for the WWE title. They need to split the damn titles, though. I mean, I'm saying this for a year. They should put themselves in the corner when they put, both titles on Roman Reigns. And Cody's just going to be that guy now to be the face of Monday Night Raw. And rightfully so. Talks about Brandy. Yeah, tell him to shove it. He didn't outlast 29 others. He outlasted maybe a quarter of that because he came in at 30, but he ended up winning the 30-man Royal Rumble. It's not like he started at 1 like Gunther did, and then he was last one standing with Cody, and then he was eliminated by him, and then Cody wins. That's a nice shot right there for WrestleMania sign. Cody chant again. Somebody's coming out, I think, unless he's just going to cut a promo and they'll hit the music and that'll be it. They'll go to commentary and then they'll preview what's to come. Truth be told, what? I wouldn't tell him a single thing. Because he already knows. Worth it and real, Started from the bottom, and even with his last name, he's here. Yep. Wrestling has more than one royal family. And that's not the McMahons. That's the Rhodes. WWE has more than one royal family. Of course, you have Tony Khan, his dad Shad, they own AEW. Other companies, he's got to stand across the whole entire bloodline. Stand across from the tribal chief, the head of the table, the big dog, who we should all acknowledge. We're the ones. Booze for Reigns. Yeah. As he stares into the camera, the Inoki family, I do believe that's how you pronounce it. Wild Samoans often seek a Roman sucks chant from the crowd. Yeah, so, alright. They are going to be Cody and Roman. Teasing at least. Same sincerity. WrestleMania, 62 days.
That might just be 62 days for you. It is 62 days for the rest of my life.
62 days for the rest of Rhodes' life. That's a good shot right there, too. It ends at WrestleMania. Somebody else is going to be eating. You can be whoever the hell you want to be. Pull up and sit down as WWE champion. The WWE Undisputed Universal Champ, as his music hits. So they're... I mean, I thought maybe they'd do a 6-man at Chamber 2. Somebody's coming out. Judgment Day. Alright. Is it Finn? Is it all of them? So he got his point across, and somebody still comes out. They don't interrupt them. They wait till after the fact. And the Judgment Day minus Rhea Ripley. Of course, she won the Women's Royal Rumble. Could do a 6-man, 8-man with them and, you know, Edge and Reign. But just go back and listen to what I said for the Rumble. And I'm going to repeat myself. We'll get more into, you know, some of those thoughts later on tonight. But just, you know, trying to pinpoint. It's still early, but, you know, the road they're going to take. Do something original. Knock off all my old stuff like you've done before since then. Dom says Cody ruined the Judgment Day's plans. Rhea won. Was Finn supposed to win? Was Dom supposed to win? Was Bree supposed to win? So Rhea's going to tell us tonight, too. Dom saying he was supposed to win the Royal Rumble match. Where's Ray at when you need him? Because remember, Ray came out at 17, but never entered. Dom came out at 18. They'll run it off on storyline on TV, like I said, that he beat him up and they'll get that singles match. Yeah, found the mask. Cody put his hands on Dom. That's something you don't do with prison Dom. He's going to shank him. You want to be standing here right now. Dom should be the only multi-generational superstar to do whatever the hell he wants. Look at Rhea. I mean, yeah, you have the Mysterios, you have the Guerreros. There's a lot of, you know, historic families in pro wrestling, to say the least. The golden boy is Cody, though, as the priest says. It doesn't matter how it happened. Cody owes Dom. We're going to get a singles match with those two tonight, probably in the main event. Owes him an apology. Or are they going to do it later on in the next couple weeks? Cody says, hold on a minute. He doesn't want to piss him off.
Are you trying to scare me?
You trying to scare me?
This could be very different.
This could be different. Yeah. Cody has respect for his father, but Dom doesn't. Yep. He doesn't have respect for anybody, including Dusty. Cody's going to take that to heart. All right, so we'll get a singles match out of this. Just a matter of fact, when. What are they chanting? What? 62 days to Mania. We got a lot of time to fill in between. Wrestle. He'll wrestle. He's not gonna just try to stay healthy. Kick your ass. All of them. Any of the three of them. Maybe 3-on-1. Maybe next 3 weeks. Maybe next month. You say tonight. Who's it gonna be though? Finn, Dom, Priest. It'll be Cody Rhodes against one of the three from the Judgment Day. They go to commentary. See what they got to say. We're gonna go to a highlight of Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns, and then the Bloodline beating him up. Yeah, the Bloodline implodes. So it'll be on Raw tonight. They'll show a full recap of that for the most part. Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Gargano and Corbin tonight. All right. See how that goes. I think they both have a good chance, but Gargano would probably win. Ziggler's back. He'll take on Bronson Reed in a qualifying match as well. And then up next, though, they'll have Rollins and Shush, please, Chad Gable of the Alpha Academy. Thank you. Also another Elimination Chamber qualifying match. So back to front, I would think Rollins, the Ziggler Bronson Reed match could go anywhere. Oh shit, here comes Edge. And he takes out Priest. And he goes right after Dom and Finn. Edge on Raw. So we're gonna get that. That's what I was saying with that, with how that ended. But then what happened later, and could be a singles match, could be a tag team match, could be a 6-8 person mixed tag, but seemingly it's going to be a singles match between Finn Balor and Edge. Cody's getting in on it now too. So they'll fade to black and take a break. All right, so that's a lot to unfold here. A couple minutes in, more like 20, with the opening video package. With Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble, and then the promo, and then back and forth with the Judgment Day, and then they give us a preview of what's to come. 3 Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Yeah, I would think Rollins. Ziggler, could win. They'll probably have him put over Bronson Reed, though. Similarly high on him in his return to the company. And then, Gargano Corbin could go either way. We'll see. Big coin flip. So, Rollins, Bronson Reed, and then 1A, 1B. Depends on, what they want to do moving forward with Johnny Wrestling, and then the modern day pro wrestling god, and Baron Corbin with JBL by his side as a heel. That could go either way. So 3 Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Still haven't, said though what the hell the Elimination Chamber is going to be for. I mean, Could very well be a number one contendership. For some sort of title. Could be for a mid card title though, probably Intercontinental United States. Um, we'll see. Um, no, but with that right there, okay. So Cody challenges Roman Reigns. He says WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. Um, but with that, on SmackDown, Roman as your undisputed champ. Okay, are you going to do him and Sammy one on one at Chamber, him and Sammy one on one at Mania on night one, maybe early night two, and then later in the show do something there? I mean, I'm still thinking maybe a six man tag at Chamber as well with the Honorary Uso and Sami Zayn along Kevin Owens, and then Jey Uso, the right hand man, turning his back on the Bloodline, walking out after Sammy turned, and then they turned on him. He walks out, but maybe a six-man tag, but it's on a title match. It doesn't seem like The Rock's going to be coming back. We'll see. Could, but doesn't seem to be the case, at least not this year, maybe next year. Triple H has mentioned, as we sticked around until the end of that press conference Saturday night. I mean, hell, we were on for almost a good 6 hours watching the Royal Rumble Saturday night. It was almost 1:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 local in the Lone Star State, for the Royal Rumble, from the kickoff pre-show to the whole entire card, from the two Rumble matches, the Lights Out match, and then the main event. But and then the press conference, just talk about being busy and not having time. They could still potentially do something. We'll see. But no, if it's Reigns, Zayn, Chamber, okay. If it's Reigns, Zayn at Mania night one, do Reigns and Rhodes then night two potentially. But yeah, there's potentially still tag team matches to have. Whether that's going to be on TV or on the whole entire road to WrestleMania. As they were sold out. As they give us some graphics from what happened at the Royal Rumble. Up next, so they said Rollins and Chad Gable. So we're going to burn it down and tell everybody to shoosh and shut up. Earlier today on Monday Night Raw, Austin Theory walking backstage. We'll have the VIP lounge with Montel Vontavious Porter as well, MVP, with special guest Austin Theory. All right, Cody Rhodes made official, confirmed. It'll be Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor one-on-one tonight, and that'll be in the main event of the evening. That'll be a good match. And then you'll have Cody standing tall. We burn it down. Still think we could get Cody and Rollins at some point in time soon. They might be saving that for after WrestleMania, though. They might build up Rollins to be that next in line for Cody if he's going to win the WWE title off of Reigns or some sort of championship. I think too. It just depends. I mean, I know what he said, and they can change in a heartbeat, but potentially one-on-one with them two could be something, or for something vacant, if you will. But then they're also going to tease, Rollins and Logan Paul because he was eliminated by him in the Royal Rumble, which, all right, I don't know how well that would go over. Logan Paul's only in pro wrestling because he can't cut it in boxing, and his brother Jake's only in boxing because he can't cut it in MMA, plain and simple. So, I mean, it's coming together. I mean, you think about it, yeah, it'll be one or two main championship matches, and then seemingly, we might have a good tag team match. Yeah, I have to write all this down, change some stuff, get a good train of thought going here. But then just a bunch of singles matches, you know. So here comes Gable. This will be a good match, but Raw now tonight overall seemingly. I mean, okay, it's probably going to be an average show to say the least, from start to finish. I mean, yeah, you had a good start there. New Elimination Chamber graphic. We've got some black, but blue and white as well. Ice cold, if you will, as they'll be up in Montreal in a few weeks. Bell rings much underway, and away we go. Rollins and Chad Gable one-on-one to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, but they still haven't stated what the Elimination Chamber is going to be for. Unless they have, and I've missed it, let me know in the comments below. Technically, I mean, yeah, it's a number one contender match, you know, but leave it at that. We'll see how this goes. We'll see what else they have planned. I mean, they go from that opening segment there. We'll have Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania decision tonight as well, as they serenade Seth Rollins. So add that in, plus 3 qualifying matches for Elimination Chamber, plus the main event with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of wrestling, as there should be. It's pro wrestling. There's my suplex there. 1, 2, kick out. I'm surprised they haven't told those banana heads front row to take off their fucking hat. Just knowing the WWE, you know, they're always telling people to sit the hell down, or taking this from you, or taking that from you. There's the 2 main cameramen, as Otis is ringside. Hashtag WWE Chamber. There's a 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. And they'll go commercial break already, split screen for the time being, and then probably full screen, and they'll get back to it. So we'll leave it at that. We'll go from there. Yeah, just trying to pinpoint some more WrestleMania matches. I mean, yeah, we'll find out who Rhea Ripley's facing. It's either going to be Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair. Not going to be surprised if it's one or the other. If it's Charlotte, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a triple threat with Bianca, Bayley, and Becky. If they have Rhea go after Bianca, then Charlotte's in a position, it's like, all right, she's been back for about a month, but what she's done, since really hasn't been anything special. What she's probably going to do in the meantime from now on, till then, and whether win or lose at Mania, probably not going to matter anyway. They'll probably just have her lose and they'll put her back and then say, hey, here's another fucking title reign for you. You're one closer. You just surpassed your dad. Which they'll make a big deal out of that. Alright, so yeah, we'll have, just looking ahead, Elimination Chamber, 3 people qualify tonight. Probably a couple on SmackDown this week, where they'll just have, more qualifying matches on Raw in the next couple weeks. They got Raw and SmackDown this week, Raw and SmackDown next week, and then one more week after that. So 3 full weeks of TV, Raw and SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown, Raw and SmackDown before Elimination Chamber. Technically 2 weeks from this Saturday, but 3 weeks from this past Saturday from the Royal Rumble to Chamber, February the 18th, and then they got a little over a month from then until WrestleMania, April the 1st and 2nd. So, as mentioned, don't be surprised if there's tag team matches, whether they're 2-on-2 or 6-man or 8-mans in the near future, I think, with some of these stories to get to the main match then, at that end of the road to WrestleMania, at the show of shows. Whether that's with the Judgment Day, and then Ray and Edge needing to find somebody. Maybe that's Cody, for all we know, for the time being, to the Bloodline, and then the Honorary Goose with the Prize Fighter and the Right Hand Man. That's interesting. Oh shit, that's right too. They added in the VIP lounge with Austin Theory. I mean, unless they're gonna have MVP challenge for the U.S. title, like it's SmackDown 2007 again. You know, bring out the fucking basketball hoop and the old school inflatable tunnel while you're at it. Go ahead. They can have Omos go after Theory, probably. Good God. Because Lashley, unless they're getting the Hurt Business back together, Lashley's tied up with Lesnar. So I doubt they'd have that again. I mean, maybe it's just to play off of what happened on Raw last week. Maybe they do have another match, and then maybe it leads to Lesnar coming back again and beating his ass once more, and then you finally get that match. Off the top rope, Moonsault gets into a roll-up, and then he picks him up in the middle of the pin, and then a buckle bomb into the corner. So Otis going to go check on him, but they're both down and out. Rollins has been selling a lot of injuries lately. He has. There's a couple close calls. It's like, all right, you don't know if this is real or not. And of course, he's fine. He's still wrestling, but so yeah, there's a nice big clothesline. Another clothesline. Super kick. Kick to the chest as well. That misses. Gable rolls him up and then suplexes him. But Rollins lands on his feet. Super kick. And a vertical suplex into a Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Match continues. So, I mean, really for the women, looking ahead, they'll have the two singles championships on the line, and they'll have a women's tag team championship match as well. They might have one main singles match, but I mean, honestly, other than that, there's probably not going to be a hell of a lot. Just they have been hit as Rollins in the corner, going to gear up for the stomp. Gable moves out of the way, going to pedigree him. They've been hit by the injured bug to some extent. And then with the storylines they've been running, it's like, all right, they could do this, they could do that, roll up again, and then reverse on the roll up, 1, 2. They're back and forth with those. Bridge it, and then has them on the shoulder, and then slams them down, 1, 2, and that was a close late kick out. The ref had to stop there for half a second, but plus there's, you know, people that like, hey, they're just going to be floating around, you know, and they could do this, they could do that, but there's always going to be somebody left out. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Shoosh, please. He's going to undo his hashtag WWE Raw is trending #1 in the US, so be sure to use the hashtag when you share on social media. And once again, thank you for tuning in and watching. There's a Pele on the Enziguri, and then he catches him on the ankle lock. They really messed up with, you know, Jason Jordan being Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. It should have been Chad Gable all those years ago. I mean, they did what they did last month, you know, with his birthday celebration and the milk truck coming back out. You know, from Chad Gable to Gable Steveson. There's a quick roll up again. 1, 2, nope. Stomp misses, catches him again on the ankle. A rope break, but pulls him back in. And then going to kick him away off to the ropes. Another roll up. That's a lot of those in this match. Into the pedigree, though. There's a fan front row, tells him to suck it. Rollins hits the pedigree, holds his left knee. It goes uh, on the rollover 1, 2, 3, and Seth frickin' Rollins officially qualifies for the Elimination Chamber match. So he'll be in that against, well, we'll find out his opponents because he's the first to officially qualify. We still got 2 more qualifiers tonight, plus the main event, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, which is better as a main event match compared to, no offense to Dom Mysterio or Damian Priest, but that'd be like a match, to kick off the show, or somewhere in between, or have it, middle of some average pay per view. Like Cody and Finn's going to be good, but then Rhea's decision. Oh shit! The Elimination Chamber match is going to be for the United States Championship. They show off the graphic, and Austin Theory's right there alongside Seth Rollins. Okay. United States Championship Elimination Chamber match in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So I'm sure the crowd's going to be happy about that. Are they going to have also another Elimination Chamber match? Maybe a women's, maybe a Intercontinental? Up next, though, we'll have Candice LeRae and Io Sky one-on-one. All right, you can do what you want. With these Tulsas, and you can, of course, spell it back to front and get the gist there. But now the Elimination Chamber video package, very wintery, if you will. Ice cold, on the road to WrestleMania. There is no shelter from this storm. Elimination Chamber going to be 2 weeks from Saturday, technically, yes, February the 18th. So the weekend after the NFL ends, as Super Bowl 57, Chiefs Eagles is in 2 weeks. That 18th is also when the XFL returns, I might add, as well. Which people are going to say, well, that's another reason why The Rock ain't returning my ass. Okay, give me a break. As Triple H said, though, in the press conference, like, he's just extremely busy. It's tough, they'll get by. They'll be fine. It's going to be better off to do Reigns and the honorary Sami Zayn as it is now because it's red hot. It's so fucking over. It's similar to the S Movement. It's similar to Kofi Mania. Sammy deserves what he's getting, for sure, no doubt about it. But all right, they're piecing together Raw now, but we know officially now the Elimination Chamber match, at least one of them. If it's the lone one by itself, okay, but if there's more, this one's going to be for the United States Championship. We could get an Intercontinental Championship one as well, potentially. Maybe something for the women. We'll see. But it'll be Austin Theory and Seth Rollins, and I believe, 4 more people because there's 6 people in that match. You have 2 people start, and then 4 people are in pods, and then you play on until there's a winner. So that could be interesting depending on who's in it. If Theory would retain or if somebody else would win, maybe put it back on Rollins. We'll see who else is going to be in it, like I said. But we still have Johnny Gargano and Baron Corbin in a qualifying match tonight as well, along with Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed. The first could go either way, I think. Ziggler's probably going to put over Bronson Reed. Got a Candice LeRae, Io Sky match next. We'll hear from Rhea Ripley on her decision. The VIP lounge with Austin Theory. So yeah, almost could also be in the Elimination Chamber match. I'd have to think as well. Maybe somebody else from the Hurt Business if they would be getting them back together, but I highly doubt it. We'll see. And then the main event of the evening with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. So unless they add in something else. They'll have a backstage segment of some sorts, whether that's an interview or a tag. Probably cut the commentary once or twice more. Probably show off a video package of some sorts. honestly, that'll be it then for Raw. So overall, long story short, like I was saying a little bit ago, yeah, start to finish. I mean, overall, yeah, it's probably just going to be an average show. Figured I'd come on tonight, see what the hell is going on. It's Raw after the Rumble. I mean, the Royal Rumble is one of the big four, big five pay-per-views in the WWE. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank. As those two matches set the course for the next few months or calendar year, if you will, for the company, and then you have Survivor Series as well. I figured to hop on and see what they had cooking. Raw after Royal Rumble, well, the SmackDown after the Rumble this week as well, and then Elimination Chamber 2 weeks from Saturday. For the most part, probably do the same with the Raw and SmackDown after that show as well, getting closer to WrestleMania, and then the Raw after Mania and the SmackDown after Mania as well, getting on into the spring and the summer. So, highlighting some articles that were wrote about the Rumble this past weekend. Now, it was a good show. I mean, as always, could have been better. The ending was perfect, though. I thought, as I thought coming in. You go watch that stream. I was wearing my honorary Uso hat and said right at the start, I think Sami Zayn's turning on the Bloodline tonight. And what'd he do? Exactly that, and then they turned on him. Here comes Io Sky, Damage Control. We'll see if Bayley and Dakota Kai are by her side, and they are. Bayley's been a traveling machine as of late. Of course, last week, they were in Philly for Monday Night Raw, Raw Triple X, Raw 30. She was supposed to have a steel cage match against Becky Lynch. That got cut because of an overrun, which I think is said on Saturday. Still could have had it. They should have scrapped the Bianca Sonya match they had later in the show because the third hour really took a dip, I thought. But they had the attack, of course. Get closer to Royal Rumble. She's in the Rumble matches. Damage Control is damaging a lot of people, to say the least. And then from Philly to San Antonio, back to Philly yesterday for football, and now she's on Monday Night Raw tonight, but she's not going to be in action. As Candice LeRae is going to be joined by Mia Yim. Michin Mia Yim, which they need to drop that damn nickname. It's so fucking stupid. But this could go either way because Damage Control are the heels. Yeah, I could see them winning. I could also see them losing and throw a hissy fit because Candice picks up the win. Candice probably needs to win more than Io does because Io is one half of the women's tag team champs alongside Dakota Kai, and I thought Bayley's going to be going after the Raw Women's Championship since she, along with the rest of Damage Control, returned at SummerSlam last year. But that hasn't happened yet. I thought it was going to be late last year, early this year, but here we are next last day in January and still nothing. That's why I said potentially, a lot of tag team matches coming up. Could have a triple threat or two as well for some titles. One, potentially. It depends on what Rhea Ripley does. If she goes to SmackDown, takes on Charlotte, okay, there's that. Needs to win the title for sure at that point. Then, I mean, she's going to stay on SmackDown, come back to Raw. They're going to have women's champs on both shows. Well, we'll probably have a draft or a shakeup, I'd have to think, after WrestleMania. Haven't had one of those in quite a while, a good year and a half at this point. Really at the same point in time, they don't even need to do that. They need to shake it up. Like, hey, I'm just going to show up and it is what it is. One of those. As Bayley is talking to the Raw commentary team, not SmackDown, Michael Cole, so shut up, you idiot. Ding dong, hello. Just as there's Batista, he's in a new movie, so they give him a commercial, split screen commercial during Monday Night Raw. They promote it though before they go to break. As the Animal is going to be knocking out the cabin, and then That was quick. They show off a 30-second clip of the movie, and we're back to it. I don't know if that cocaine bear is going to be running around that cabin by any means or not, but match continues. Hashtag WWE Raw. No, but they're gonna have a rematch with Bailey and Becky at some point in time. Like I said, if it's Bianca and Rhea, okay. If it's Charlotte and Rhea, okay. But then whoever she doesn't face, well, who are they gonna face then? You know, like honestly, is there anybody next in line that makes sense? To an extent, yes, but no. Depends on who you ask. Suicide dive. She says, "Come on." Maybe Asuka. She just came back, but I think for the Raw Women's title, we like I said earlier, might get a triple threat with Bianca, Bailey, and Becky. But talk about the triple B, that title, yeah, have that at WrestleMania. But Candice LeRae and Io Sky one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. That's nice crossbody off the rope ringside. Who's going to get the upper hand? They're going to get a break. And actually stick with it for the time being. And they're going to get counted out. Nope. They go to break. So they're going to quit counting until they come back. But, alright, so Monday Night Raw continues. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button, share, and chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers. Super likes, super thanks. Always great. Appreciate it.
Because your lives are forever entwined. Love entwined. Shop the Valentine's Day sale and save on everything. Only at A.
Sasha, just must complete the gentleman. Medium coffee, milk, no sugar, glaze. Ever. Jelly donut, iced coffee all year round. You got this.
This is live from PS5. Let's move on to our first story. Good people of Manhattan woke up to a gift from their favorite hero. This was live from PS5. The extraordinary.
WWE has made it official. They tweeted already about 20 minutes or so ago and put out a graphic. Reigns, Rhodes, WrestleMania. King Cody Rhodes dethrone Roman Reigns this April at WrestleMania over the head of the table, reigns supreme. So that's going to be the WrestleMania match for Roman Reigns. It'll be Cody Rhodes at least for one of the nights, because they could still do Reigns and the honorary Sami Zayn then, but they'll probably do that Elimination Chamber, and then the tag team title match that I was talking about, it seemingly will be the Usos defending and probably losing at least one half of those tag team titles. Maybe that's when they split them, Raw or SmackDown. We'll see. To Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But yeah, WWE makes that official. We'll see if they show anything on Raw. As they showed off the graphic for the United States Championship Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory's booked to defend that. As Seth Rollins was the first to qualify. And we still got two more qualifying matches to come tonight. So, I mean, all right, Elimination Chambers, squaring up to be a pretty good show. Your main match is going to be Roman Reigns against Sami Zayn, though, if that's the match. If it's not, okay, it's probably a six-man tag. And then they have night one of Mania, you would have to think Roman and Sammy, and then the Reigns Rhodes match would be night two. So back to it, Io Sky of Damage Control taking on Candice LeRae. Still to come though, a couple more Elimination Chamber qualifying matches as mentioned. Baron Corbin and Johnny Gargano, along with Bronson Reed and Dolph Ziggler. We'll hear from Rhea Ripley soon, and then the VIP lounge. And I believe that's it. I believe that's all they have advertised. Other than, as they made official for the main event tonight, following what happened to kick off the show, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor one-on-one. So I'll leave it at that. There's not much else to be said. But just as always, once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. They got NXT Vengeance Day this weekend. I haven't watched NXT in almost 2 years. So I have no idea what the hell is going on down there by any means. I mean, I have taken that back, watched it maybe once or twice when it was head-to-head with AEW again. But other than that, yeah, it's not what it was, and honestly probably never will be that again. So, and I get it, you know, all right, they had to change it for whatever reason, or, you know, went that route for, yeah, whatever reason. I'll say that. And just, it's not the same. You know, when I'm already watching her on and SmackDown and, you know, AEW with Dynamite and Rampage, honestly, is just a fast forward because you already know what the hell happened. But Io Sky off the top rope, and Candice gets her knees up, and a quick roll up, but then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 count to however high you want to count on the pin. Now they break it up because the ref was distracted by the rest of Damage Control with Bayley and Dakota Kai. Code breaker. And now Bayley is getting involved. Candice punches her, and then a quick roll up from behind. Io's going to win here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Io Sky with the win, defeating Candice LeRae. Distractions. It went against them first, but then it worked out in the end, and they win. Yeah, she didn't help her at all, so they're gonna tease them turning on one another because I don't have anything else for either of them wanted to do. Yeah, that's a 1, 2, 3 right there, easy. They're going to talk about Rhea Ripley now. She started at 1 and lasted until the end. There she is walking backstage. There's Mommy. Was that, what's his name? Rhea's up next. So they'll go to break. Gives an NXT promo. Yeah, the New Day are the NXT Tag Team Champs. We got a fatal 4-way tag team title match. And then Braun Breaker, Rex Steiner is going to defend his NXT title. Alright. That's it. They have 2 matches advertised for NXT Vengeance Day this weekend. No, was that seat filler guy walking backstage, trying to get from point A to point B? Now we're going to take a look inside the knock of the cabin again. Dave Bautista, the animal. The best thing about this film is giving us what we want. It does seem like an interesting movie. Nice thriller. You just like, you're on the edge of your seat.
You could be in for a shock.
It has I mean, I get it set in the woods, in the cabin, Knock at the Cabin's the title. Like that, Bad Times at the El Royale movie. Just like there's a bunch of people, whether they're related or they're just, coincidence or not, they're all there, and then they got to figure out, okay, what the hell's going on. Like they either got to come together or, all hell breaks loose.
Now you should feel much worse. Vaping nicotine can actually increase feelings of stress and anxiety.
So commercial break, and next they said we'll hear from Rhea Ripley. So we'll know, for the most part, direction they're going to go with for the women's titles. At least half of them. Like I said, they still have the women's tag team titles, okay. But then if she faces Bianca, Charlotte has a fight to pick with somebody, you just don't know who, and then vice versa. If she picks Charlotte, Bianca, mystery opponent for her. Asuka would make sense, like I said. I think honestly it's going to be Bayley and Becky. Make it a triple threat for the Triple B. I mean, take a look at some other names potentially that would make sense.
Shop the Valentine's Day sale and save on everything. Only at IK.
They could bring somebody up from NXT too, for all we know. We had a few NXT surprises in the Women's Royal Rumble this past weekend. They could build up Candice LeRae, maybe. Maybe even Nikki Cross. Piper's going to be in a good spot now that she got her name back. No more Dewdrop. So those few. On SmackDown, as Skillet, Psycho in My Head is going to be the official theme for the Elimination Chamber, as Sold Out by Hardy was the official theme for the Royal Rumble. So Skillet's got the official theme for the Chamber. And now here comes Mommy, Rhea Ripley. Charlotte, I mean, they're building up Lacey. Emma's been back. I mean, people are going to say Naomi and Sasha, but I'll believe that when I see it. Sasha's already gone to New Japan, for God's sakes. Now we've got a recap from the Women's Royal Rumble match this past weekend, and Rhea starting to want them and winning the whole damn thing. They're high on Raquel as well. Tegan Knox came back. Other than that, there's not anybody. I mean, people will say Liv Morgan too, but other than them, there's nobody, even worth mentioning that because they don't make sense. Like, yeah, maybe for fucking elementary school championship, okay, but a main title, because it is about the storytelling, and then there's gonna be history. Maybe Ronda comes back, maybe that's the plan, but. Whoever Rhea challenges, she's going to beat. And remember, at WrestleMania a couple years ago, they already had Rhea and Charlotte, but it was for the NXT Women's Championship. They could do it for the SmackDown Championship. I think that'd probably make more sense. Rhea and Charlotte compared to Rhea and Bianca, because then Bianca, like I said, it could be Bayley, it could be Becky, it could be both of them, and then you get a triple threat. But then if not, Bianca and Asuka, and then you do Bayley and Becky in that steel cage match that was supposed to happen on Raw last week. Have that at WrestleMania, or have it be, something bigger than that. But yeah, there's the finish. Rhea eliminated Asuka, and then eliminated Liv Morgan. Hanging on by a thread. As this will be the 9 o'clock hour, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. We're about an hour or so in. And we'll hear from Rhea Ripley. So, still got a lot to get through. Seemingly they've announced everything that they're going to do tonight. They might add in one more or two more things. I just don't know what. We'll see. But now the women's Royal Rumble winner and Rhea Ripley. Monday Night Raw has become brutal. As this is her, My Brutality, with the mommy shirt. You know what we need? We need a very loud excuse made during this promo, which we're not going to get. But just a thought. They'll probably have both Rumble winners win at Mania. Yeah. Thing is with Cody, is it for both titles? Is it just for the WWE title? Is it for an older title, a newer title of some sorts? I know they announced it, they made it official and all that, but... And then, you're going to have her make the announcement. You got 2 months to build to this now. With a pay-per-view in between. It's going to get hot, but it's not going to get, flaming until after the Elimination Chamber. And she's on the mic and hashtag WrestleMania. She's going to tell us who she's fighting at the show shows. She wanted all the attention on her. I think she's already got it to some extent. And they're going to move forward with the Saturday pay-per-views too. You go from Royal Rumble to Elimination Chamber in a couple weeks. Mania will be 2 nights, and then who knows what the pay-per-view schedule is going to look like after that. But then, like I said, from WrestleMania 39 to WrestleMania 40, watch out for that show to be damn good. Maybe one to remember, because then Triple H in charge of creative, with potential sale of the company looming, yes, have 1 full calendar year to book. I mean, come on now. Almost had it, with this WrestleMania, from SummerSlam to Mania, but who's she going to fight at Mania?
3 years ago, I had just turned 24. My career was just getting started, and I was the NXT Women's
Yeah.
Champion.
And she fought Charlotte.
In a Monday Night Raw, I stood in this ring and I challenged the winner of the Royal Rumble match, Charlotte Flair.
Yeah. She's going to do it again.
I challenged her to a match at WrestleMania, and she put me in my place.
So she wants payback on her. She wants to beat her, and she probably will. She should.
You know, the funny thing about Charlotte is that she's always somehow in the title picture.
Yeah, she always is.
Top of her game.
she's winning it and then losing it and then winning it right back. And then that's a 2-time champ. And then she loses again, wins it again 3 times, so on and so forth until she's as many time champ she is right now.
Floating here in the WWE is that Charlotte Flair is at the top.
Charlotte Flair's at the top. She's talking heavy about Charlotte.
But I'm the disruptor.
But she's the good
The natural flow,
disruptor.
the normal formula, and I don't like things being overplayed.
Doesn't like things being overplayed, blown proportion. She's going to be the good Charlotte, if you will.
Charlotte,
So Charlotte, I'm coming for you. I advise you to enjoy your time. Everyone's bound down to you because we're going to rise to Rhea Ripley. Where's Priest at screaming all rise to the crowd like we should all be standing up right now? She's going to put Charlotte in her place. And she stares down the camera. Rhea Ripley says, Charlotte Flair, I choose you. So it'll be Rhea and Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. So Rhea's going to be going SmackDown. She'll be alright by herself. Judgment Day doesn't need her. Finn's going to be tied up with Edge. Dom's going to be tied up with his dad and Ray. Leaves Priest to figure something out. And then, Bianca. Is it Bailey? Is it Becky? Is it both of them? If it's not them, is it Asuka or maybe a few other names as mentioned now backstage with Kathy Kelly, who has recently returned to the company, I might add, as well. Can't talk about Elimination Chamber without talking about Seth Rollins. Of course, he qualified earlier tonight. He'll be in that United States Championship Elimination Chamber match. And we're in Tulsa. What a crowd, he says. Yeah, he beat Chad Gable earlier. He's going to Elimination Chamber, which is going to be up in the Great White North. He's going to take the United States Championship back. WrestleMania. Alright. He's on something. It's just his character. Logan Paul eliminated him. He wants to comment. So they're going to do Seth Rollins, Logan Paul. Come on, really? You kidding me? They're going to do that for eyeballs. I mean, it gets by for Rollins, okay. Up next will be Gargano and Corbin. Another Elimination Chamber qualifying match. No comment from Rollins. He walks off. But then that means Cody wins the WWE title, and then we get Cody and Seth again after. Yes. Yeah. And then maybe that's SummerSlam at the latest. Yeah. As now here's the WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania going Hollywood again. First time in 18 years. We've had WrestleMania in California a time or two since, when Rollins, speaking of the devil, had the heist of the century. And now here's the WrestleMania 39 video package. We're officially 61, 62 days away from the show of shows. All this week on SmackDown, be sure to tune back in. Give me the week. I'll plan out, I think, 61 days for WrestleMania. Some WrestleMania matches that I think are going to be happening. As I talked about some at the end of the Royal Rumble on Saturday, but then in the meantime, we were trying to hear what everybody was saying during this press conference, in which we heard from Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes, and Bray Wyatt, along with Triple H. And so yeah, I mean, said have a good idea on a handful, but then we'll see where they go, on TV the next couple weeks. Chamber, and then go from there as well. I mean, you can't give everything away right off the bat. Seemingly, now there's a couple that have been filled. You'll still have a couple more matches announced, I would think, sometime soon. For the most part, though, I mean, because they have a month and a half after Elimination Chamber. You don't want to skip it, like they sometimes do, or at least did in the past. Like you're promoting this for, say it's WrestleMania, okay? You're promoting that, and then in the meantime, you got something right in front of you that, okay, we're gonna say this is on that too, and then shit, we still have this to get to at the end of the tunnel. Like, it makes sense, but it doesn't. It's one of those that this is what it is. They're gonna do what they want anyway. No, but we'll know after tonight who's halfway in the Elimination Chamber, maybe all the whole way through. I mean, there's only what, 4 more spots, 4 more spots to fill, and 2 more matches to qualify for tonight. So yeah, we'll know 4 of the 6 for the Elimination Chamber United States Championship match tonight. Yeah, they can do U.S. title one, they can do Intercontinental title one, and have the qualifying matches on Raw and SmackDown next couple weeks. We know 2 Elimination Chamber matches, but we'll get the weekend, try to figure out officially, for the most part, long term, all the WrestleMania matches, and I'll have more info on that then, so be sure to tune back in. But commercial break, and the second or the third qualifying match is next with Gargano and Corbin, which, they go to break, they'll come back, they'll have entrances, they'll start the match, and guess what they'll do? They'll go right back to commercial break, probably. As we're almost about halfway through. Yeah, a little after 9 o'clock. So, see what else happens. But I'll leave it at that. The show's still on TV. New episodes, meaning the final episodes, unless they're gonna film from inside. Royal Rumble images again. It was a good show. It was. It could be better. I thought the men's Rumble match was better than the women's. Even though we knew basically everybody in it. Because the women's surprises, even with who came out, weren't anything special. And Rhea won, as expected. The Lights Out match was pretty good. What happened afterwards, I thought was better. But like I said, the ending, the main event and the ending, with what happened afterwards with the turn, was honestly probably the best part of the show. So, the most viewed Royal Rumble of all time, the highest gate, they said, in Rumble history as well, which, like I said then, that's a given anymore nowadays with ticket prices. We still got to see the recap of Bloodline imploding on Raw tonight as well. Next, here's Baron Corbin. And JBL is probably going to say something about Oklahoma fight after, I guess, since he's from Texas. And he does say hook 'em into it too sweet, but yeah. JBL's not. Where's JR at when you need him now? Yeah, he just walks down the ramp. Give him the hook 'em horns. Got a vent staff standing there. Somebody coming out of the crowd. And Corbin, character-wise, he can go from this person to that person in, split second. Like last week on Raw, beat the $1 Million Man, but then IRS showed up and took all his money. Yeah, don't forget. It's that time of the year. Took it all. They give him back like $100, but all of it, he says, yeah, no, you keep that. You earned it. And then they laughed it off. Damn. APA. They did have last week, I might add, if you didn't know, Legends entrances during commercial breaks of Monday Night Raw. Only a few, but now here comes Gargano. He'll probably win. Dexter's by his side. But I'm not going to be surprised if Corbin wins. Graves is like, what's Dexter doing here? Well, JBL's out here, so, I mean, why can't he be out here? But no. Yeah, Johnny Wrestling will probably win. They'll have Theory, Rollins, and Gargano in the Elimination Chamber match. Plus, I mean, yeah, it might be Dolph Ziggler, but probably going to be Bronson Reed. And then we still got 2 more qualifiers. We don't know who's going to be in. Shaping up to be a pretty good United States Championship Elimination Chamber match. So this should go probably to the bottom of the hour. Into the corner goes Gargano. Fighting back, though, with some rights and lefts. And then off the ropes. Drop kick. And then a big boot by Corbin. Gargano recently just returned from injury. He was also in that poker game last week. He was actually standing in the background, but then was in the Rumble match this past weekend as well. Ooh, hit the head on the turnbuckle. Gonna go for a choke slam, it looks like. 1, 2, kick out. Yeah, Johnny Gargano's gonna win this. Yeah. And then Corbin's gonna be like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, exactly what's gonna happen. Crowd's chanting something, can't make it out. There's an elbow. Quick roll up, but then a kick. Hashtag WWE Chamber again. Through the ropes goes Corbin. Right in front of the announce table. Gets drop kicked. Now over the top rope. No. On the ring apron. Into the gut with the shoulder. And then wanted to go DDT, but then gets punched in midair. JBL cheering it on. Graves with a Tyson Fury reference. He's got a fight coming up. I doubt they'd do anything with him and Corbin. Choke slam from Corbin to the top of the barricade on Johnny Wrestling. And now they take a split screen commercial. So match continues. We'll get back to the action though shortly. Just as always, once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. There's the Cocaine Bear. Almost 40 years ago. True events. Real story. And yeah. Bears, as mentioned, they're angry to begin with to piss them off, and then have them on coke. I mean, yeah, and not the stuff that comes in a can. Cocaine Bear, February 24th. It's like a damn good movie to go see.
Up next, deli with some hot pockets. Ham and cheese on delicious bread, a must-have for every parent. We now learn that currently stuffing his face.
Deli Witch from Awesomely Portable.
With deli infusions, let the sights of you. Feel the difference with deli.
Johnny Wrestling with a DDT there off the middle rope. So they're both going to be down and out here for a second. Come back from break. Yeah, Raw does the split screen commercials more than SmackDown does. But
Just keep getting out there. And I hope you know how lucky I am to be your dad.
match continues in the meantime.
Let's go, Mrs.
This is a payday bar with tons of peanuts and caramel to get the job done. So you can think of it as a tool to hammer your hunger, cut your appetite in half, and demolish your urge for peanuts. Payday. Get to it. Also try chocolatey payday.
Just fool myself and make KFC top right. Like I said, just fool myself and my pot pie.
Treat yourself to a $5 hot pie. KFC.
All right, back to it. Corbin's in control, but Johnny Wrestling's going to win this. It's an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Winner to face Austin Theory and Seth Rollins, and either Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed, plus two more people that we don't know yet. Which those will be two singles matches featuring four more people for those two winners to be also added in. But 1, 2, kick out. Yeah, Johnny Wrestling will win this. I'm not going to surprise Corbin that wins it. You know, like this is, like I said earlier, is the coin flip one compared to the Ziggler Bronson Reed one. Because Ziggler is probably going to put over Bronson Reed. Nice spear there through the ropes. 1, 2, kick out. And Corbin would put over Gargano too. He would. You know, he's at, you know, time of his career. He's, for the most part, probably going to be starting to put over some younger talent. Which, I mean, you know, he was in their shoes one day, so, you know, it comes full circle. You know, you're kissing ass, along with kissing babies, so still trending number one is hashtag WWE Raw. So a lot of people talking about it. There's super kick. Another super kick. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. They'll be live where? Basically the South and the Midwest. And then they'll head to the Great White North for Elimination Chamber. And then, you know, stay Northeast, East Coast, the South as well, and then work their way out west. WrestleMania 39. Deep 6, 1, 2, kick out, 2.5. Corbin doesn't even need JBL. He doesn't. It's just his character, you know. Is what it is. Like Corbin's good on the mic. He can get heel heat. JBL gets even more heel heat. So put them together, I guess it makes sense to. Because Corbin will take his shirt off. And they're gonna go home here in a minute. Gargano's gonna maybe quick roll up for the win. End of days and headbutt though instead. And then shoulder tackle misses into the post. JBL going to take his hat off. JBL going to get physical with Johnny Gargano, or is he going to turn on Corbin? Off the ropes, suicide dive, and down goes Corbin into the announce table. Rolling to the ring, JBL ripping the announce table apart. Going to go get Gargano. Shit, that's right. Dexter Lumis is there, and he gets the axe out. And JBL gets a steel chair, but then trips and falls because Dexter Lumis just put the axe through hatchet, basically, through JBL's hat on the announce table. Wanted to go for the DDT, and then Corbin got the knee up, and then there's a quick roll up. Here's your finish. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I thought so. A quick roll up, and Gargano wins, and he has now officially qualified for Elimination Chamber as well. The Austin Theory. That's a image right there, not to forget. Dexter Lumis with the hatchet in JBL's cowboy hat that ain't cheap, I can tell you that much, unless he bought it at the local Walmart earlier. No, that and he'll put the cowboy hat on. Actually, Gargano will. Yeah, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano actually, wipes it and then throws it down. We're not in Texas, we're in Oklahoma, which Texans, along with Arkansas and Louisiana and a few other states, and rightfully so to an extent too, so they're better than, but neither here nor there. Up next is the VIP Lounge. Austin Theory joining MVP. Austin Theory is going to be in that United States Championship Elimination Chamber match, though, against Seth Rollins and now Johnny Wrestling, and then either Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed, along with 2 more people still unknown. But however, this Friday on SmackDown, well, the fallout from the Royal Rumble. Of course, Sami Zayn turned on Roman Reigns in the Bloodline, and they beat him all to hell. The right-hand man, though, hey, some PTSD from getting beat up by Roman in the past. And we'll hear from Charlotte Flair. Rhea, of course, earlier tonight, about a half hour or so ago now, stated that she's going to face Charlotte, but why the fuck are we having a women's championship match with Charlotte and Sonya Deville? Okay, it gets by. It's not like, Sonya is going to beat Charlotte, for God's sakes. Like, we're not having Rhea and Sonya at WrestleMania. We're having Rhea and Charlotte. So that it's like, all right, they sometimes pull the trigger a little too soon. It's like, well, play this out, keep people guessing on who they're going to face. I get with spoilers nowadays with social media and everything else. That is what it is. But nobody's going to care about that fucking match with Charlotte and Sonya. Like, Charlotte's going to retain. Rhea's probably going to come out and interfere. Try to screw her over, but then she, wins. Like, something like that. So, there we go. Up next will be, as mentioned, the VIP Lounge with Austin Theory. We'll see if the Hurt Business is getting back together or if Almost is coming out. Which he probably will. He might just flat out say, I'm in the Elimination Chamber, or they might add in a match after it or something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
We know your plan. We all know. Why not enjoy the road with Sean? Because your lives are forever entwined. Love entwined. Shop the Valentine's Day sale and save on everything. Only at IK.
Yeah, because now officially we're about halfway through the show. We still got about another hour and a half to go. So we're about an hour away from Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. So in the meantime, one more Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The VIP Lounge coming up next. Anything else other than the main event? Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I think that's it. They'll have to add in something else, maybe 2 or 3 things for that matter. I mean, commercial breaks get by, yeah, but sometimes the show just drags. Yeah, this show's overall said and done gonna be an average Raw, nothing special. But you're coming off a Raw 30. You're coming off the Royal Rumble. You're not gonna get your barn burning shows, on the road to WrestleMania until after Elimination Chamber for the most part. And the closer and closer you get to WrestleMania, which hell, even last year for the go home for WrestleMania was a piss poor show. I remember because I was fucking there. It was a fucking Monday Night Raw with SmackDown people. When the house show that I went to that very weekend as well was an all SmackDown show. So basically saw them 2 times in as many days when it was supposed to be house show and then Monday Night Raw. But no, it's going to be, SmackDown Raw, if you will. Last Saturday's Royal Rumble was the most viewed Royal Rumble in history, beating last year's record viewership by 52%. And they said it was also the highest, largest gate in history. VIP Lounge with MVP next. What's he got to say? Wearing a purple tie in the middle of Oklahoma. It's the first time they've had the VIP Lounge in forever. They had the VIP Lounge a lot during COVID, during the Thunderdome era. So the VIP Lounge is still better than all of us. His guest is Austin Theory. Who's coming out to Theory is the question. It's gonna be Almost, right? A-Town down. Not up, but down. Yeah, that was last week. They had a no disqualification United States Championship match. Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and then Brock Lesnar came out down the show. And then the finish was key. 2 F5s, but the second F5 was from Lesnar to Theory on top of Lashley. 1, 2, 3 retains the title. And now he's going to defend it inside the Elimination Chamber in a couple of weeks. So Austin Theory's on the VIP Lounge on Monday Night Raw with MVP. Make yourself comfortable. Hell, he already sat down. Now he gets on the mic. Just wow. Did he go back to 1970 and get those sunglasses or what? Boos from the crowd. Or are they teaming up MVP and Austin Theory together? He says, thanks for inviting me. No, Almost is probably going to come out, if not somebody else. When I was a little kid, I used to watch the VIP Lounge. Yeah, that was a good 15 years ago. He's going to reinvent the VIP lounge. He's going to make it relevant, like you. Yeah. Very considerate. MVP's always been great. Austin Theory Live, the ATL. He tells the crowd to shut up. MVP wants to hear it out. Get rid of the VIP lounge. Call it Austin Theory Live. Is Miz coming out? We're going to have... yeah, trends come and go. They're called fads. Austin Theory is not a classic. Never will be. The VIP Lounge presents Austin Theory Live. Presents. No, because last week, remember, Miz wanted to have his show, and then Owens came out and stunned him. We're going to talk about Austin Theory and the Elimination Chamber match now. You suck chant from the crowd. I can get behind that. Yeah, you suck. You suck. You suck. I'm the champ, the United States champ. Did MVP just call me champ? Yeah, he did. You called me champ. He calls Bobby Lashley champ. And Lashley lost to him. Yeah. Is Lashley coming out? And then Brock come out? Lashley can beat Austin Theory. Austin Theory says he's just messing. Let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. This ain't just going to end like this. Somebody's coming out. It has to be almost, right? Hashtag VIP Lounge, I might add. Yeah. Yeah, he did. But here he is, still standing as United States champ. He's the ruthlessness that the new next gen needs. And nobody can stop him. I like this, says MVP. Somebody's coming out. Who is it? There's MVP going to hit him with a stick. Yeah. Austin Theory's is terrified. He's scared of his life. You never know who's going to be in that chamber. Is that a threat? Is MVP going to be back? It's going to be almost. Bobby Lashley is nowhere near the fucking Undertaker.
More dangerous to me. Well, that's great. I'm glad Bobby Lashley is more dangerous because I've already beaten him twice.
Theory says he's already beat Lashley twice.
This United States Championship will be defended in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley is not going to be in it. So let's talk about something that's not the past.
Okay, we're going to talk about the future. This crowd's dead. This crowd is fucking dead. And this segment is pretty stale. Austin Theory telling MVP he should be worried about himself, not him.
Because everybody in this arena knows that Bobby Lashley is your meal ticket. And your meal ticket is about to get chewed up by Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar gonna chew up As here comes Lashley. All right. MVP's meal ticket. Working for the company. Here comes the Almighty, Bobby Lashley. He'll be the one to enter the VIP lounge. He'll just walk right through the entrance. Now in the ring. MVP gonna try to hold him back. Says, hey, calm down. MVP backs off now after Theory says, yeah, listen to your daddy. But now Lashley gonna beat up Austin Theory. Crowd gonna love this. And then, all right, that was a half-ass DDT. Picking up the couch. Bobby chant from the crowd. He's gonna spear Austin Theory inside of the VIP lounge on Raw. But then he actually spears MVP because Theory pulled the cane towards him, pulling MVP towards him, and then Lashley spears MVP, not Austin Theory, as he runs off. But Austin Theory's still a champ, and he's still going to defend the United States Championship inside the Elimination Chamber right now so far against Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano. Maybe Bobby Lashley's involved as well with either Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed, and then maybe somebody else. Saxon now backstage, going to interview the Judgment Day. Finn Balor one-on-one with Cody Rhodes tonight in the main event.
Judgment Day had another altercation with Edge. You know what? I thought he would have had enough by now. Well, clearly not. Byron, you know I'm not hard to fight. So you tell Edge this.
Finn telling Byron to tell Edge.
Cody? His stuff? Mine.
This stuff is mine.
His stuff?
This stuff, mine.
To get the 30 spot in the Rumble, that should have been mine.
30 in the Rumble should have been Finn.
Rhodes has been stealing from me for years. So
Cody's been stealing from Finn for years. Talking about the Bullet Club, talking about the Too Sweet, yeah. They kick him out. They'll team up. And it's tonight. Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor one-on-one in the main event. Edge will be coming out again, I'd have to think. Cody will win. They're going to have him win the Rumble and then, lose in the main event match on Raw 2 days later. In a, non-meaningful match, even though it'll be good wrestling-wise. Batista with another interview for his new movie. So I guess this movie's about the end of the world, just not a fucking knock at the cabin. So, commercial break, and we'll get back to the action shortly. Got what, about a little over an hour left. Got another qualifying match to come. Main event with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. Also, well, we just had the VIP lounge. I think that's it, right? I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, so they got probably an add-in or two to do with more backstage stuff like they just did. And then that'll do it. That'll be it. So, yeah, it's going to be an average Raw. Nothing special. I'll say.
It's Duncan, the place you didn't think was
It's
real.
fucking stupid.
Well, meet the side of Duncan you hadn't seen. The darkest, roastiest side we've ever had. Pretty good dark voice, huh? Duncan Midnight, a miracle runs on Duncan. All those guys, I cannot tell what's happening.
It's a terrible phone call. There's too much going on at once. The audience doesn't know what they're supposed to be watching. It's definitely terrible. What we should do is stagger the entrances. Start with 2 guys in the ring, then every couple minutes bring in another wrestler. And then the fans will wonder who's going to come in next. With all the combinations of wrestlers, we can do multiple stories. 3-on-1, then Allied versus Allied, then enemies uniting. Possibilities are endless.
So with Young Rock, they,
Patterson changed the sport forever.
yeah, tease, go back in time with, yeah, Pat Patterson creating the Royal Rumble, which it wasn't then. Wasn't until another 25 years later. But I've never watched that. They will have Miz TV tonight. All right, Miz is next. So no chip on his shoulder, but remember last week, yeah, he wanted Miz TV, didn't get it. Cut a promo, somebody came out. Cutting a promo again, somebody else is probably coming out. So they're going to turn this into a thing. He's just going to cut a promo, and each week somebody new's coming out. Yeah, he was eliminated in pretty quick fashion. Who's coming out, though? I'm sure they chanted that to you at the fucking airport, of all places. And when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Miz demands to be treated with some respect. Until he gets it, he's just going to keep doing this. Miz. Is that Postman Pierce? Yeah. Miz is always upset. Lucky for you, I got one for you. Newest member of Raw. Oh, Rick Boogs is back. Yeah, thank you, Grays. Oh, No's right. No guitar, but got his hair cut. He's playing a fake guitar, air guitar. What the fuck's up with the Macho Man knee braces? And Miz is in like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, no, this ain't gonna get over. There's no fucking chance. Playing an air guitar. Boogs in the ring. This is like something that would be on fucking Young Rock. Rick Boogs ain't that fucking good. He just got over with, him playing a guitar for Nakamura. Rick Boogs, Postman Pierce says, why not? Yeah, no. Sorry, but no. So one-on-one will be Rick Boogs against The Miz, who's in a suit. And now we got a ref coming out. And Miz says no. It's going to be official. Ring the bell. Here we go. Rick Boogs is going to beat The Miz. You could, yeah, probably. Probably around here too. Probably everywhere. Miz tells the ref to get Boogs back. This ain't gonna last. No fucking chance. Gonna play air guitar, air drums, like looks like a fucking crazy person. No. I'm just sorry, no, this ain't gonna get over. Miz says I'm gonna sue. No, you're not gonna do this. And Boogs picks him up, and now just swinging him back and forth. Shoes come off, and then he slams him down. Right on his fucking tailbone. Yeah, Boogs got hurt at WrestleMania last year and hasn't wrestled. He's been seen since. Presses him into the air, and then a power slam. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Now this is like fucking something you would have saw 30 years ago on Raw. Okay? Like, no, it's not gonna last. No. No, just stop. Just fucking stop. People are gonna say for sure with that Vince is back in charge of Kratos. Chad Gable and Otis walking backstage. And there's Maximum Male Models that, for whatever fucking reason, they're still around. She says it's perfect. Yeah, go back to where the fuck he came from. No. And you wonder why this is backstage shit or it's real quick. Nobody cares. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Next, they're gonna show the bloodline imploding from this past weekend, the Royal Rumble. Commercial break, starting off with WWE shot, but they got one more qualifying match once again in the main event. Unless they're gonna give that main event like a half hour, give it some time with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor, get them, back in the ring, work some ring rust off on live TV, not off camera. I get he was in the Royal Rumble, but it wasn't for that long. Qualifying match, the main event. Maybe one more segment, but that'll be it then for Raw tonight. And just going to be an average show. Nothing special. Like, honestly, can we fast forward like an hour? I mean, just get the show over with. Because the only good thing left, and overall probably the only good thing of the night, is going to be the main event with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. Other than them building now to the Elimination Chamber, you have a couple qualifying matches. The qualifying match that's next, though, it's Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed. Like, what's special about that? Bronson Reed's probably going to win. Jonah, if you will. Wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler wins, though, but they put him over. Like Corbin put over Gargano. Rollins beat Chad Gable, because, well, that's a given. I think they just teased Otis joining Maximum Male Models, too. But the best part of the show was Cody kicking it off. You have that setting up the main event, and then the main event match. Everything else has just been fucking thrown together. They're coming off a Royal Rumble, I get that much. Building towards Elimination Chamber. I mean, yeah, you got a couple of WrestleMania matches, that are, right there in front of you. And yeah, they got a lot of time to build. I just don't get, yes, I understand at times it's the right thing to do, and then you build towards it even more. You get even deeper and deeper and deeper into it. But you don't need to be giving it away right off the bat. Like, you got to work for it, which they'll work for everything else then, and then they'll tie all that together. Um, so yeah, Raw has just been one of those shows. The crowd's fucking dead. Um, that like it has its high points, yes, but it has more low points than it's had high points than I thought. Just dull, you know. Not a dud, you know, because they've had a couple of those on Raw and SmackDown since Triple H has taken over. Tonight's right there, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's terrible. But now, yeah, that'll return the Elimination Chamber weekend, WWE on A&E for the documentaries. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All right. And yeah, and Kevin Dan Patrick just. Graves is great on commentary, as is Michael Cole and Bad News Barrett. Pat McAfee, too. Yeah, Raw needs a new fucking play-by-play guy. They do. Sorry, he's just not cutting it. Like, they fired Jimmy Smith for whatever fucking reason. But like all Kevin Patrick does is fucking work the pre-shows. Like, you're better off having Caleb Braxton do play-by-play for Monday Night Raw. Now a recap of what happened in the main event of the Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Reigns winning, but then more so than not, they're showing off what happened afterwards. And Sammy got in front of Reigns when it was about to hit Owens with the chair, and no, you don't need to do this. And then Reigns was like, well, if you don't want me to do it, then you do it. And then he, that's when he turned on him. Hit him in the back. Reigns been hitting the back on a couple big turns in WWE history, to say the least. Yeah, you want me to do it, you do it yourself. But then he turned on him, and then they beat him up. In the meantime, Jey Uso walked out, and honor Uso no more. That was the best part of the show. It was a damn good ending. People were probably pissed with how it ended because they didn't get what they want, but there's always a difference between wanting and needing and then getting what you get. So, yeah, the Usos were like, what the hell are you doing? They turned on Reigns, and then Jimmy did at least, super kicked him. Jay's like walking out. Jey Uso of all people. Yeah. That was good. That was. And then they just continued to beat up Sammy. And then they walked out. Owens was handcuffed the whole entire time. They handcuffed him, and then they walked out. Not together, but they released that picture earlier today that not that far apart, walking out. So Ice Cube. Here's Bailey. All right. So this is an add-in. Bailey's coming out again. See what she's going to have to say here, it looks like. She might say something about the Cowboys. She going to take somebody's sign and rip it up again like she has recently? Yeah, last week they were supposed to have the cage match and then they didn't. They still should have. They still could have. They could. They should have scrapped the other women's match they had because that cage match would have been a good part of the show. Yeah, so Bailey's on the mic. Becky's probably going to come out.
Come on, did you guys really think I was gonna leave the building without talking about that?
No.
What's that? What's that? Explain that what? I don't suck because I know
She
you
doesn't suck?
on the
Does
job.
she?
And I know you saw what happened last
Okay.
week at Raw 30. I mean, everybody's talking about it. Everybody is talking about how Damage Control took out Becky Lynch and Bayley.
Yeah, Damage Control took out Becky. Damage Control took out a lot of people in the Royal Rumble.
It felt so good. It felt so good. We had so
She's got a
much
Brahma Bull necklace.
Rumble. If you couldn't tell, I mean, we were dominant. Elimination.
They were dominating.
Elimination after elimination.
And then they got eliminated.
After elimination. After elimination.
Yeah.
After elimination. But I gotta say, my personal favorite was when I single-handedly eliminated your man, Becky Lynch.
Becky has to be coming out. Bailey ain't just going to cut a promo like this.
Finally, thank goodness, I'm done with Becky. The
Bailey
story
says she's done with Becky. We'll see about that.
Damage Control is finally done because I beat her. We beat her up.
Here comes the man. Here comes Becky Lynch. So they're going to continue this. Yeah, hell, they might have that cage match at Elimination Chamber. You know? Might have it next week on Raw. Probably better off to save it. Chamber, hell, even Mania, if, you know, they're not in a triple threat with Bianca for the Raw Women's title for that matter.
Shut up, Bailey, you stupid fool.
Becky tells Bailey to shut up, you stupid fool.
No, we're not done. We're not done until
Not done yet.
we're done. See, what you're forgetting, Bailey, is I already won the Royal Rumble.
Becky already won the Rumble, yeah, a couple years ago.
I just needed to make sure you and your girls didn't. Sure. That sounds like another excuse to me, Becky. Excuses. Excuses is robbing these people of a steel cage match.
Yeah,
Excuses.
which, you know, was because of an overrun.
Because you were too
But
scared.
they should have scrapped the Bianca Sony match because nobody cared about that then either. They could have had the steel cage match last week still. They could have pushed some stuff back or put that in its spot. She tells the crowd to pipe down. Talk about excuses.
Excuses? No, Becky, I'm smart, okay?
Bailey's smart.
Or something.
She's more than that.
Tulsa knows. See, I
Becky says the crowd knows that you suck.
on your high horse and have to make everything about you, huh?
Make everything about Becky.
It is my birthday.
It is Becky's birthday. All right, well, happy birthday to Becky Lynch. I'm sure the architect has a present for her.
Where to be, when to be there, what to do, okay? I'm not these idiots. I don't suck up to you.
Don't suck up, don't sell out.
Because I know you. And I don't like
Is
you.
Becky going to get attacked from behind by the rest of Damage Control?
I think you're overrated.
Bailey says Becky's overrated.
You're
Not
not good enough for all of this.
good enough for all of this. You're not
Good enough to be champion.
good enough for champ. You're not good enough to
You're
beat
not
me.
good enough to be in the ring with me
Yeah.
one-on-one. You're not even good enough for your husband. Seth
Bailey says Becky's not even good enough for her husband, Rollins.
Come on. Don't act like you don't know.
Where's Aaron Solo at?
The only reason he married you is because he knocked you up.
Bailey says the only reason why Rollins married Becky Lynch is because he knocked her ass up. Oh shit, this is getting personal.
And after all this time, baby, I thought we were only fighting over wrestling.
Only fighting over wrestling. Yeah, not now.
But whatever this is, this once friendship, this animosity, this bitterness you have towards me, it all started 10 years ago in NXT in Orlando.
Starting in NXT. And guess where they are for Raw next week? Orlando.
Where it began.
They're going to end it where it began. They're going to have a cage match next week on Raw, Bailey and Becky Lynch. Yeah. Bailey says no. Yeah. No chance. She already got it approved.
I thought you would say that, but hang on.
Thought you'd say that. And then just hold on. Now she's going to go to the back.
Some more excuses. Another excuse.
More excuses.
Another reason why she thinks she's better than you.
What's Becky going to come out with?
I need to leave this pregnancy.
Bailey needs to leave and go home. Oh, she's got Dakota Kai by her hair, along with a steel chair. Bailey from behind. They're going to sell Dakota Kai having an injury.
What's it gonna be? Hey, shush, shush, shush.
Becky says, what's it going to be?
Quiet.
I break her ankle or a steel cage match?
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Becky, what's it going to be? And then a steel chair shot. Bailey, I accept. You can have your match. Becky says, good, thanks. Becky's probably still going to hit her.
And now next week you can bring your friends along.
Next week, Bailey and Becky inside of the steel cage. So that'll be a good main event match on Raw, I'd have to think. They'll either have it kick off the show or be the main event. They won't want to put it anywhere in between and then have something overrun and then they cut more time. Still to come tonight on Raw, the main event, Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. Plus the qualifying match that should be next with Dolph Ziggler and Bronson Reed. Yeah, so 2 more matches and then that's it. Ziggler and Reed next, and then the main event. Along with more commercial breaks in the next 50 minutes. And then it'll be Monday Night Raw tonight. Alright. WWE's going to have 2 steel cage matches within the next week, I might add now, too. NXT Championship and then the Bailey-Becky match next week. Which we'll see how that goes. We'll see who wins that. Could go either way. I don't know who was supposed to win last week, but they probably will still go the same route with it. And then whoever wins, honestly, might be going after Bianca and the Raw Women's title then at WrestleMania, if it's not both of them. So, I'll leave it at that. Get back to it here shortly. 2 more matches come, and then that'll be all sure. And then we'll have SmackDown on Friday.
I'm going on the Dunkin'.
I'll do Dunkin'.
Yeah, me too. I'm also going to Dunkin'. I like donuts.
Time for a Dunkin' Run. And double titanium medium or large roll.
With Dexcom G6, I don't have to prick my fingers anymore. This little wearable from like new phone numbers straight to my phone.
You can see your number and order taken. And I'm going to work before I go too hard and before I go too hard.
Dexcom G6 helped me roll my last sleep. After years of chasing the big item potato truck, I found a cottage. Oh, man. Always thought it was a growing and I don't see it.
Restless nights following up your day? Tonight, try new Sleep Pure C Sleep Plus Max Day Energy with melatonin to help you fall asleep naturally, plus extended release B vitamins. Wake up feeling refreshed. Pure C. Sleep better. Wake up your best.
When crossing keep you up, try This Night Will Severe. Just one dose starts with only 9 hours 44 seconds. Now take you from 9 to 9. The max strength nighttime relief, Night Will Severe. The nighttime sprinkling sneezing cough and sore throat that sleep with a cold medicine.
My name is Thomas Magna. I'm a private investigator. My buddies and I have helped those make a hell of a team. Big blanket tables.
I have no doubt.
You want to keep it on the data?
You can think of
That's the point.
WWE 2K coming out before Mania again.
So that when you step into their shoes, well, you get those wings back. You strong enough to follow in their footsteps? See me? 'Cause I see you coming for me.
Ready to prove what it takes. Hashtag even stronger for WWE 2K23. And then a couple different editions. There's more images from the Royal Rumble.
standing by with WWE official actor.
And now Adam Pearce going to get interviewed.
Thank you very much, Captain. Actually, two huge announcements.
Two huge announcements. What are they going to be?
It is official for next week.
Bailey and Becky inside of a steel cage.
We will have it next week.
It's next week on Raw, okay.
That's not big enough. As we know, Rhea Ripley's decided to face SmackDown.
And then Rhea and Charlotte.
So who faces Bianca?
Who faces Bianca?
That decision is left to me, and I realize that we will figure that out at Elimination Chamber.
We'll figure that out at Elimination Chamber.
Who faces Bianca?
They'll have a 6-woman Elimination Chamber match.
Now the first four is
Whoever wins faces Bianca. Raquel, Liv, Nikki, and Asuka are in. But wait, there's more.
The first of the two last competitors to enter that chamber by a fatal four-way match. New champ. Candice LeRae,
Mia, Candice, Piper, and Carmella.
all of this next week live.
That'll be a fatal 4-way to determine the last 2 spots. And then he gets poked on the shoulder, and it's Chelsea Green who just returned.
Are you the manager?
Are you the manager? She says. She looks pretty damn good.
I know your name. I just wanted to really personally speak to you about the unacceptable accommodations that you have given me. I'm sorry. Gosh, I think nobody told you. I'm not just anyone trying to I am Chelsea Green.
Yep.
Where's the private dressing room?
Where's the private dressing room? Where's the...
I expect this to be resolved immediately.
She wants everything resolved immediately. She's going to be a heel. She has that character. She wants everything handed to her. All right, so the Elimination Chamber match for the women. Winner faces Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Raquel, Asuka, Liv, and Nikki Cross. And then still 2 spots to be filled. All right, that shouldn't be that bad. That Fatal 4-Way will be on Raw next week. Fatal 4-Way qualifying match. Candice, just Micha, not Mia Yim. You need to fucking drop that. Mia Yim. Along with Piper Nevin, who just returned from a Doudrop, of course, and then also Candice LeRae. And then Elimination Chamber as well, you have the United States Championship. Elimination Chamber match. And then Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn, it looks like, for the title. Here comes Dolph Ziggler in the meantime. He'll be taking on Bronson Reed, who wrestled on Main Event last week. Against the Ninja Akira Tozawa. But this is a Elimination Chamber qualifying match as well. Dolph Ziggler, Bronson Reed, winner to be added in. Plus, 2 more people still, who knows. But they're going to have Dolph put over Mustafa Ali as well. Or is Mustafa turning into an interviewer where he belongs? He'd be a champ, just like Mansoor, and the only 2 champs ever. They'd have him win and never lose if the company got sold to who. But Dolph Ziggler, Bronson Reed. Elimination Chamber qualifying match, and then the main event with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor, in which we'll probably see Edge come back out again. Screw over Finn, that sets up that Cody wins, as he won the Rumble, and, gonna go after Roman Reigns. It's like, alright, we know what we're getting is how are we getting there though now, with a few things. So here we go. Bell rings, match underway. Dolph will probably put his ass over. But you have Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, and Johnny Gargano in it. Dolph's, similar size-wise. You could have him in it, too. They need a big guy, though, and that would be Bronson Reed. And then you sort of look at it as sort of like an NXT Elimination Chamber match. It is, with Triple H guys, We'll see what happens here, and then we'll see who's all in, and then we'll see who wins it in a couple of weeks. Cover after a zigzag 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. No commercial break during this match yet. It's a little bit surprised.
What a statement it would be if Bronson Reed would qualify for the Elimination Chamber match 2 weeks from Saturday. Streaming on Peacock. Women's New Football. No one can ignore them. Final stop before the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. The tour continues on. Opening men would love to enter WrestleMania as United States champion.
Powerbomb. Yep. Cover. Now he's going to go up top. They're going to give time to this main event, though, it looks like. Maybe a half hour. Splash, cover, 1, 2, 3. And that does it. Bronson Reed's qualified for the Elimination Chamber. So he'll join Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, along with Johnny Gargano. Now Bronson Reed, still 2 more to figure out within the next 2.5, 3 weeks. And then that Elimination Chamber match will be for the United States Championship. But up next, they'll have the main event. It'll be Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor one-on-one. Okay, who are going to be the last 2 in the Elimination Chamber match for the U.S. title is the question. You know, we saw what they're doing with the women. But actually, Bianca Belair is going to be up next. So they'll add in something else even before the main event again. Is Sonya Deville going to come out again and they're going to have another match like they did last week? We'll see. But a SmackDown preview. Available now, while supplies last. Yeah, that was supposed to be 3 years ago. Not now, 3 years ago. Fucking Sony with PlayStation, good God. And I've always been a PlayStation guy compared to Xbox, but I have both. But still, yeah, starting to roll out PlayStations 5 for something that should have been out a couple years ago. And now they're going to want to come out with PlayStation 6 before too long. Good God, I mean, you have any other fucking commercials to show? Show the same damn ones time after time after time. Again and again and again. This show has drug on a little bit, I thought. But we got Bianca Belair up next. Let's see what she's got going on. She'll probably just say something about, well, we'll find out next week who I'm facing, basically, as they announce that. And then the main event is Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. Yeah, she's just going to get interviewed backstage. Or actually, Carmella's going to get interviewed. Where's Graves at? Probably doing something with his hands right now at the announce table. The Princess of Staten Island's back. So she's not winning. Mela is money. And then here comes Asuka. Asuka will win that fatal 4-way. Or no, she's already in the match, sorry. She'll probably win the fucking match. Carmella says she's not scared of Asuka. But then Asuka smiles and she's got the mist pouring from her mouth. Alright, and Graves takes his glasses off. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm excited about Carmella. But the other part, yeah, not so much. Let's talk about something else. Let's get on. Bianca Belair's next. Really? Yeah, Rick Boogs injured. When he came back tonight, no reaction. This crowd's been dead. Yeah, he beat The Miz. And now he's backstage with Elias and the Street Profits. Boogs is like that created character on fucking 2K. And he screams. He's just fucking annoying. Elias ain't having any of it. Yeah. Elias is going to get involved in this. As he has his guitar. Oh, a fucking like guitar and a pole match with the two of them. True skill to make an artist. And, yeah. They're going to hit the town, meaning they're going to get the hell out. take me back to Tulsa and, you know, whip it out.
Have a chance to earn a spot in the Elimination Chamber match because you Dawkins will take on Damian Priest in a qualifying match, while Montez Ford, your qualifying match will be against Elias.
All right, we'll have more qualifying matches, and these three are going to be involved. Montez Ford and Elias, and then Angela Dawkins also in a qualifier.
Just like Elvis, Johnny Cash, Elias is an American icon.
Elias is an American icon. He's going to be the next United States champion, so he's not winning. Okay, the two qualifiers to determine the last two spots for the Elimination Chamber match for the men's for the U.S. title. It's Montez and Elias and Angela Dawkins and Damian Priest. And speaking of Judgment Day, Finn Balor in the main event tonight on Monday Night Raw up against the American Nightmare in Cody Rhodes. So bang and too sweet, but Jesus Christ, I mean, you've shown enough sneak peeks of the damn movie already, and you got anything else commercial-wise? Like, there's been circling, buffering the whole entire show, it's felt like. They're getting by, yeah. Storylines, you know, meaningful to an extent. It's been a drag. It's been a drag. Like I said, the early part of the show, first half hour or so, hour, I mean, really just the beginning segment, first segment of the night with Cody Rhodes and Judgment Day setting up this main event. And the main event match, gonna be the best part of the show. Like, everything else has just been, you know, put together, it's felt like. So, another break here with another preview to the damn movie that Batista's in. It looks actually pretty good. Like, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen. And then we'll have the main event match, and then that'll do it for Raw.
To smell freshly washed all day without any perfumes? Try Down Light In a Wash Freshness Boosters. It has long-lasting light scent, no heavy perfumes, and no dyes. Finally, a light scent that lasts all day. Downy Light. Smooth chocolate crunches. Lovely way. Jingle.
Loaded chicken, bacon, ranch, mac and cheeses. Obviously, we have the meats.
Need money? When every buck matters, it matters who does your taxes. Trust the experts at Jackson Hewitt. You'll get your biggest refund, guaranteed, or your money back plus $100. File your taxes today at Jackson Hewitt. Calories. Absolutely travel so ridiculously expensive. We can enjoy some time without all the filthy morals. Entering this place with their mindless frivolity. How do you get here?
I have. They can write hundreds of travel sets to come great deal on my flight, car, and hotel.
I guess we'll just have to eat it. Yeah. You could.
Step one and done.
Hi again, America. Since we all love M&Ms, and let's face it, me, it only makes sense that I have named America's favorite chocolate candies, Magna. Magna. It's a play on my name.
People remember ads with a catchy song. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a little number you'll never forget. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
OPT is the only medication that can treat and prevent my migraine attacks. Don't take an allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions occur even days after using. Most common side
This NyQuil Severe is one dose of structurally powered reverse corticosteroids that'll take you from 9 to 9. Max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold medicine.
So I was not much. I think just not even his line.
WWE Rumble, did you know 200 million times on social media? And now more previews for Elimination Chamber. More qualifying matches next week, both men's and women's now. And then that steel cage match we were supposed to have last week with Bayley and Becky, that'll be next week on Raw. Still inside of steel cage. And now, here comes Cody Rhodes, as wrestling has more than one royal family. He'll be in action on WWE TV in a singles match for the first time since last spring. As of course he returned and won the Royal Rumble this past weekend. And now we'll go after Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. As he gets his special entrance. No, riser, but they have him walk out, not from the sides of the middle part in the entrance, but they have that screen come open, and he walks through that. Gets the smoke show and the pyro, and this will be a damn good singles match, one-on-one, Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. So he'll give away the weight belt to the kid that's dressed like him, front row. And he'll continue to make his entrance. More pyro for him. Can we have a pyro match with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? Because that's probably what we're going to get. Back to showing off where they're going to be at. And now, of the Judgment Day, the Prince, Finn Balor, who's always had one of the sickest entrances. He'll come out with the rest of the Judgment Day as well, which includes the Women's Royal Rumble match winner Rhea Ripley, along with Prison Dawn and Damian Priest, who I guess is a part of both the Bloods and the Crips because he's got a purple bandana. I'll give this, 20 minutes? A little less than that, maybe 15 with commercial break. We'll see how Cody does here. Finn will, I would think, work it the most. be in control of the match. Cody's going to be calling the shots, though. Bell rings, match underway, and here we go. Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor in the main event of Monday Night Raw. They lock up middle of the ring. And they got the low camera shot as the smoke will settle here in a minute from all the pyro. Kick, old skull, and then reverse the left arm, vertical suplex, holding them there for the time being. I'm going to drop them here in a second. 10 seconds, 20 seconds. How much longer can it go? Maybe 30, a full minute, and then he slams them down belly first. And Balor rolls out of the ring. Looking good on his return to Raw. All he did was lock up, reverse the arm, and then hold him up in the air for 30 seconds. Like he hasn't. And he did go old school, dropped and hit the right hand. See if he hits the elbow here in a minute. But split screen commercial. So we'll get back to the action here shortly. Like I said, 15-minute main event. Commercial break here, and then they'll give it a solid 10. It looks like. Because this final break normally ain't until 10 till. And then they give it 5 late. Going commercial break, quarter till, they'll give it a good 10 minutes to end. You would have to think Edge is coming out, again, as he did earlier. Screw over Finn. Cody wins. That sets up that. Cody continues to move on towards Roman. But Roman's got everything he's dealing with on SmackDown in the meantime, so... It seems like it's going to be for the WWE title, not the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. That's what they said. Could still be for an older title. Could be for a newer title if they'd insert something there. We'll see. But main event underway, and Finn has Cody in a headlock in the middle of the ring. Split screen commercial, but we can still see. Off the ropes. And then a kick right to the fucking chest where he tore his pec. And they're about to lock up again. There they go. I'm trying to think, has Cody and Finn wrestled before? Because, I mean, when Cody was in the company before, Finn was, for the most part, still in New Japan. He came into the company in late 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Right before Kevin Owens did. So Finn would have been in NXT when Cody was, in the last months of his run that he had up on the main roster before he was, released, let go, mutually parted ways, however you want to put it. And then goes the indie route. Finn's in WWE this whole entire time, okay? From NXT to the main roster, from, a decade ago until now. Cody goes the indie route. They might have wrestled maybe once or twice before, but I don't think they have. I honestly don't think they have. Because then Cody goes indie route, forms AEW, comes back at WrestleMania, has 3 matches with Seth Rollins, gets hurt, and then wins the Royal Rumble this past weekend, and now we get this match tonight. I think this might be a first time ever. I don't think they've ever wrestled technically on screen before. I'm sure they've, went at it, but there's the kick and then the right hand, but nope, Finn catches him and stomp it in the chest. Yeah, torn pec. I mean, that's your fucking, especially right-handed, your whole entire movement to do something. I mean, you wrestled on it because there couldn't have been any more damage done. We got something going on in the crowd. Judgment Day ringside. But you know, as Finn was saying earlier tonight, like Cody needs to quit doing, you know, what I've already done. Quit copying me. You know, from the Bullet Club to the Too Sweet, and you know all that. Kick off the ropes from Finn to Cody Rhodes. Cover 1-2. Yeah, Judgment Day is probably going to get involved here in a minute. You would think, though, Edge is coming back out as he did earlier. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. Another stomp to the chest. Yeah, so Finn's getting in all the early stuff here, doing most of the damage, and then, you know, Cody, you know, finds a way to pick up the win late. Is how it'll go. Another kick to the chest. Cody reverses this one. And then, yeah, turns the leg. And then Cody with a kick. Suicide dive over or through the ropes, or is he going to go over the top rope? A suicide dive into Finn into the announce table, back first. Rolling back into the ring. And then get chased down by the Judgment Day. He sends Priest over the barricade in the timekeeper's area, throws Dom over the announce table, stares down Rhea, but won't go after her. Now back into the ring, Cody Rhodes in full control of Finn Balor. Power slam there, cover 1-2, and a kick out. This is awesome, chant from the crowd. Yeah, this is the best match of the night. Like I've been saying, the segment earlier, they wanted for a cutter, but Finn reverses it, and then the sling blade. Cover, 1-2, kick out. The opening segment with Cody Rhodes, and then Judgment Day coming out and get this match tonight. Now the main event. Oh god, damn, they're gonna go another split screen commercial. Another fucking break. Well, this is the first match tonight that's gone 2 commercial breaks. It's the main event. Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor. So they'll go home here in a minute. Got still 10 minutes, 9 minutes officially. Yeah, so they still give us an early commercial break of this match, late commercial break as normal as well, and yeah, come back to it, and then that'll be it. So match continues in the meantime. Finn in control again, and then Cody will be, and then that'll be it. Because then they'll go home. He'll hit bionic elbow probably in a crossroads and quick roll up. No. Finn just going to work the right arm, the right shoulder, you know, the chest, the torn pec of Cody Rhodes. So you can see that scar, and you can tell he's in pain. I mean, he's selling it, but I mean, this is his first match back since, you know, that's happened. Finn gonna go up top. Coup de grace incoming. Cody gets up and they'll come back from break here, and they'll probably both be up on the top turnbuckle and probably vertical superplex into the finish is where this is gonna go. It looks like. That's why the bellows were making noise. Got to get a word out for their new show. At least Nikki. And back to it. Hashtag WWE Raw. Closing minutes of the show in the main event. Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor. Off the top rope. Cody with Finn in his arms. Holding him up in the air again. Now he drops him. There's the vertical superplex. Finn talking with Cody. And now they zoom out, show a replay of that. And a right hand from Rhodes. Right hand from Finn Balor. Cody fighting back again. Boo, yay. And then Finn with a kick. And then Finn double fist off the ropes. Cody follows and then hits the cutter. Cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5 by Finn. Match continues. Crossroads. Yep. And then Finn reverses. And then a kick. And then the sling blade. Finn setting Cody up for a coup de grace, corner to corner. But then a super kick. Cover 1, 2, kick out. Cody gonna put Finn in a figure 4, but Finn rolls it up. Kick out at 2. Yeah, here we go. But then a kick out side of the ring into the Judgment Day. So they're gonna close in on Cody Rhodes. And Cody's gonna have to fight back unless Edge is coming out. And Edge is coming down through the crowd. Yep. Edge throws Priest into the barricade there. Fighting back on Dom. Jumps ringside. Is Beth Phoenix coming out for Rhea? Edge going to hit a spear on Dom ringside. And then Rhea attacks Edge. Rhea Ripley is attacking Edge. And now Beth Phoenix running down the ramp. Oh shit, that was a big spear. She spears Rhea. And now in the ring, remember the match is still ongoing, Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor. And here comes a Crossroads. Nope, Finn gonna stomp him in the chest. Now gonna set his sights from corner to corner. And the coup de grace. Yep. Finn gonna go up top now. Finn Balor up top. Edge on the ring apron though, staring him down. Edge jumps down, but then the coup de grace is Cody moves out of the way, does not connect. Here's the Crossroads. And another Crossroads. And third time's the charm. Yep. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes beats Finn Balor in the main event of WWE Monday Night Raw. Cody wins. They could do a tag match with these guys to get by. Cody, Edge. Gonna have to have somebody else, it looks like. Probably Ray. And then Rhea to take on the Judgment Day with Finn, Priest, Dom, and Rhea. Because then you get, well, Priest would sort of be what Roman's going to be to Cody. Priest is going to be a little odd man out come WrestleMania, though. Do that at Chamber, maybe. 8-man tag. As Cody says thanks to Edge, but you'll have Edge and Finn. You'll have Dom and Ray. I mean, Rhea's going to go after Charlotte. Beth Phoenix is just there for the time being. But remember, they had shit happen Saturday Night Royal Rumble. They just had this happen now. Like, for the time being, you know, this is where they're going with it. They continue to promote Raw for next week. Steel cage match with Bayley and Becky. More Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. But as they hit the closing credits in the meantime, to end the show, Cody Rhodes defeats Finn Balor in the main event. So they fade to black, and that does it. So, in the meantime, that'll do it for myself, your host of Encyclopedia Sports, going Luke 96 as well. So, as always, once again, thanks for tuning in and watching, and I'll see everybody next time. It'll be this upcoming Friday, live right here on YouTube for WWE Friday Night SmackDown after the Royal Rumble, live watch along reactions as well, so be sure to tune in for that. And then NFL Super Bowl 57 in a couple weeks. Elimination Chamber is the following Saturday, 2 weeks from this Saturday. So we'll know then officially what matches from top to bottom of the card we'll have then, as we'll continue on the road to WrestleMania in the meantime. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.